When people think of Egypt, what comes to mind? Big things, right? Giant pyramids, the mysterious Sphinx, ancient pharaohs covered in gold. It's all very impressive, very grand, but this is only one part of the story, the one you see on postcards and in history books. To find the true heart of Egypt, you must look somewhere else. You have to leave the big noisy cities like Cairo and Alexandria. You need to travel to the small villages, the places where most Egyptians actually live. Here, life moves at a different pace, a rhythm set not by clocks and traffic, but by the sun rising and the great Nile River flowing, just as it has for thousands of years. This is where you discover the soul of the country. These villages are the backbone of our nation. They are where our culture is cooked, seasoned, and served fresh every single day. While the cities chase modernity, often tripping over their own feet to catch up with the world, the villages hold on to something precious. They protect the traditions that have defined us for centuries. It's a life that is simple, yes, but don't mistake simple for easy or unimportant. This simplicity is powerful. It is built on family, on community, and on a deep connection to the land. This is the Egypt that tourists rarely see, but it is the one that every Egyptian knows in their bones. It's a world of genuine smiles, shared meals, and a strength that is as enduring as the ancient stones. So let's take a journey together, shall we? Forget the tour bus for a moment. We are going off the beaten path. We will explore the narrow, dusty lanes of a typical Egyptian village. We will see the mud brick houses standing together like old friends. We will smell the fresh bread baking in outdoor ovens and hear the sounds of children playing games their great-grandparents once played. This is not a museum exhibit. It is a living, breathing world. It's a world where everyone knows your name, your father's name, and probably what you had for breakfast. Understanding this life is key to understanding Egypt itself, beyond the golden masks and towering monuments. This exploration is more than just a travel guide. It is an invitation to see the authentic character of a nation. The stories of these villages are the stories of resilience, of hard work, and of finding joy in the small, everyday moments. It's about how a community can thrive with very little, simply because they have each other. It's about the laughter shared over a cup of strong tea and the support offered without a word. This is the Egypt that continues to pulse with life, long after the pharaohs have gone. In these humble villages, the spirit of Egypt is not just preserved, it is lived, celebrated, and passed on to the next generation with unwavering pride and love. So where do you find these magical villages? It's simple. You follow the water. The Nile River is the lifeblood of Egypt, a long green ribbon cutting through the vast desert. Almost all of Egypt's agricultural villages are crowded along its banks and throughout its fertile delta in the north. This narrow strip of green land is where civilization began, and it is where the majority of Egyptians still live today. Away from the river, there is only sand and rock. But near the water, the land is rich and black, perfect for farming. This is why you will find village after village, each one a small universe of its own, connected by the shared gift of the Nile. The houses in these villages are built for the climate and from the land itself. Many are constructed from mud bricks, a mixture of mud from the Nile, straw and water, which are then dried in the sun. These homes are naturally cool inside, providing a welcome escape from the fierce Egyptian sun. They are often painted in bright, cheerful colors, or sometimes left in their natural, earthy tones. The houses are built close together, creating a maze of narrow alleyways and shared courtyards. This closeness is not just about saving space, it fosters a sense of community. You are never truly alone in an Egyptian village, as your neighbors are always just a few steps away. At the center of every village, you will typically find two important buildings that anchor the community. The first is the mosque, with its minaret reaching towards the sky. Its call to prayer marks the rhythm of the day, a constant spiritual reminder that unites the villagers. It is more than a place of worship. It is a community center where people gather, talk, and support one another. The second key building is the school. Here, the future of the village is shaped. Children in their neat uniforms gather to learn reading, writing, and arithmetic, dreaming of futures both within and beyond the village borders. These two pillars, faith and education, are the cornerstones of village life. Life in the village is a world away from the anonymity of the city. Everyone is connected. The farmer, the baker, the teacher, and the shop owner all rely on one another. The village functions like a large, extended family. If someone's cow is sick, a neighbor will come to help. If a family is celebrating a wedding, the entire village joins in the festivities. This interconnectedness creates a strong social fabric, a safety net of support and shared experience. It's a place where your identity is tied not just to who you are, but to whom you belong. This deep sense of belonging is what makes village life so special and so enduring in the heart of Egypt. A typical day in an Egyptian village begins before the sun even thinks about showing its face. The first call to prayer echoes through the quiet air, and the farmers are already awake. Farming is not just a job here, it is a way of life passed down through generations. The men head out to the fields, which are often small plots of land they have tended their entire lives. They work with the same tools their ancestors used, simple hoes, sickles, and the help of their trusted donkeys or buffalo. They are guided by an ancient knowledge of the seasons and the moods of the Nile, a wisdom that cannot be learned from books, but only from the soil itself. The main star of the agricultural show is, of course, the Nile. Its annual floods once deposited rich silt, and today a network of canals and irrigation channels brings its water to the fields year-round. This allows farmers to grow a variety of essential crops. You will see fields of wheat for bread, corn, rice, and sugarcane. Vegetables like tomatoes, potatoes, and cucumbers grow in abundance. Groves of date palms, heavy with fruit, are a common sight. Many families also keep animals. A water buffalo, a few goats, chickens, and pigeons are common. These animals provide milk, eggs, and meat, ensuring the family has what it needs, and sometimes a little extra to sell at the market. While the men are in the fields, the women's work is centered around the home, which is the bustling heart of the family. Their day is filled with countless important tasks. They prepare the meals, a process that often starts with baking the daily bread in outdoor clay ovens. The smell of this fresh, flat bread is the signature scent of the village. Women also take care of the children, manage the household finances, and tend to the family's small vegetable garden or livestock. Their work is tireless and essential, the invisible engine that keeps the family and the entire community running smoothly. Family roles are traditional, but they are built on a foundation of mutual respect and dependence. For children, the village is one giant playground. After school, their laughter fills the streets as they play simple games like soccer with a makeshift ball or hide-and-seek among the narrow alleyways. They have chores to do, of course, like helping with the animals or fetching water from the canal. But there is always time for play. The weekly market, is another major event. It's a vibrant, chaotic, and exciting place. Farmers bring their produce, women sell cheese and crafts, and traders lay out everything from spices to clothes. It's more than just a place to shop. It's a social hub where news is exchanged, gossip is shared, and the community comes together in a colorful celebration of life. In an Egyptian village, a guest is a gift from God. Hospitality, is not just a polite gesture, it is a sacred duty and a source of immense pride. If you were to walk into any village home, a stranger or a friend, you would immediately be offered a seat and a glass of sweet mint tea. You would not be allowed to leave without sharing a meal. People will give you the best of what they have, even if they have very little. This generosity is at the core of the village identity. It is a belief that sharing your blessings makes them grow. This open-heartedness creates powerful bonds of friendship and trust that weave the community tightly together. Life is punctuated by vibrant celebrations that bring everyone together. Religious festivals like Eid al-Fitr, which marks the end of Ramadan, and Eid al-Adha are major events. During these times, the village is filled with a festive spirit. Families dress in their best clothes, visit one another, and share special meals and sweets. But perhaps no celebration is bigger or more joyous than a wedding. A village wedding is not a private affair. It is a community-wide festival that can last for several days. The streets are decorated with lights and banners, loud music plays from giant speakers, and everyone, literally everyone, is invited to feast and dance. It is a beautiful, chaotic, and unforgettable expression of collective joy. At these celebrations, food plays a starring role. The wedding feast is a spectacular display of traditional Egyptian cooking. Huge platters of rice and macaroni are served alongside slow-cooked lamb or beef. One of the most famous dishes is a hearty combination of rice, bread, and meat in a tangy tomato vinegar sauce. These meals are prepared by the women of the village who work together for days, cooking in enormous pots over open fires. The act of cooking and sharing this food is as important as the celebration itself. It reinforces the bonds between families and reminds everyone that they are part of one large, supportive community. Ultimately, the Egyptian village is more than just a place to live. It is a guardian of culture. In a world that is changing faster than ever, these communities are living libraries of our oldest traditions, values, and stories. The proverbs spoken by the elders, the folk songs sung during the harvest, the patterns woven into a rug, these are all threads of a cultural tapestry that has been preserved for centuries. The village teaches the importance of family, the dignity of hard work, the grace of hospitality, and the strength of community. It is the anchor that keeps Egyptian identity grounded, reminding us of who we are and where we come from. This is the real treasure of Egypt,